It's a book by Eckhart Tolle. It's called Stillness Speaks. It contains very short passages, very short, just one paragraph. The words in this book are kind of like a meditation in itself. It doesn't explain things, but it makes the kind of stillness manifest. So, in other words, it brings about meditation. So just by reading the book itself is like doing meditation. So it's not a book you read from the beginning to end. You just read a little bit and then try to, because it brings about meditation, so try to remain in meditation. 이 글이 굉장히 짤막한 이런 글귀들이 모여 있는 그런 책인데요. 이 책을 읽기만 해도 약간 명상 상태가 되는 거예요. 그래서 일반 책처럼 처음부터 끝까지 읽고 이제 내려놓고 그런 책보다는 이제 음미하면서 그 책을 읽으면 이제 명상 상태가 되기 때문에 그냥 명상 상태에 좀 머물다가 또 읽고 싶으면 또 읽고 뭐 이런 식으로 이 책의 내용을 저는 설명을 할 거예요. 조금 설명하고 그럼 이제 더 깊이 우리의 참본성을 이렇게 알게 할 수 있는. So, what is meditation? Meditation is about connecting with our true nature and becoming free from the conditioned mind. So all of our problems come from the conditioned mind, the habitual mind, or the thinking mind. All of the problems come from that. All of our problems, even the sickness in Buddhism, every problem, every suffering comes from the kleshas. The kleshas, we say the kleshas. Kleshas are the negative emotions like anger and attachment. All of our problems come from the thinking mind. And self-attachment is, we say the self-clinging is the root of all suffering. Self-clinging, clinging to yourself. What is self-clinging? Self-clinging comes from an erroneous view about yourself, towards yourself. In other words, you think that you exist independently from others, like you exist independently from others, and you exist eternally and like changelessly without changing. You think like that. Same me yesterday, same me. I mean, same today as I'm the same yesterday as I am today, and this kind of thing. And then and you think you are a single entity. You are just this one single entity. We really don't know. We really don't know who we are. We just have this assumption. We don't really know who we are or what our being is. We just have this kind of assumption, like I'm here. I'm a man. I'm this kind of. But you don't know who you really are. We don't know who we really are. So we don't know our true nature, and we are very attached to ourselves. This is the cause of all our suffering. 우리는 우리의 존재를 잘 모르고 무심코 자기가 여기 있는 줄 알고 이제 독립적으로 변함없이 존재하는 줄 알고 자기를 집착하는 거예요. 이게 자기 집착이 모든 고통의 원인이라고 볼 수 있어요. So the self-clinging comes about as a result of ignorance and not knowing the reality, not knowing the truth about who we are, and not knowing the truth about life. We don't know. We don't know. Do you know? If you know, let me know. Do you know? Anyone knows? Do you know who you are, who you truly are, who you truly are and what is really, what is life, why are we here? These kind of basic questions. Hmm? You We have lots of theories, and you might have read things about who we are, even things about what Buddha said. But we don't really know through experience. We don't really know our true nature. We might have some theory, but space or awareness or love, and this is all kind of just words or theory. But this is just also theory, but on a relative level, we have a attachment to self, which is based on ignorance, which is you think you exist here, and in this body is you, but you don't really know the true nature of the body, true nature of the self. You don't know who you really are. So if you know, then you become this guy. He knows. We don't know. So and he told us. So we're trying to find out. That is the meditation, is getting to know who we really are, our true nature. Because we don't know the true nature, we are attached to the self, and this causes all the suffering. So, being attached to the self clinging manifests through thoughts. We're always thinking about ourselves, how to take care of me, what's my problem, how do I become happy, how do I become healthy. It's like obsession, self-obsession. Everyone has this self-obsession, and this is the root of all the problems. And this self-obsession or self-attachment is manifest through thoughts, thinking, the thinking mind. And that thinking mind is what must be transcended. We must become free from the thinking mind, because the thinking mind has us in this like prison. We call it samsara, which is the cyclic existence, the cycle of suffering. And this thinking mind is what is meant by samsara, or the cycle of suffering. In meditation, we're trying to become free from the cycle of suffering, which is basically in our heads. And we're trying to get to know our true nature. We're trying to recognize our true nature. And meditation is about trying to be with our true nature, or act from true nature, not by our habits. There's two ways to live. One is habitually, which means karmically, or you can live by our true nature, which means to live by wisdom, live by compassion. So, and that is meditation, is not to live habitually or karmically. Karmically means habitually, the same kind of meaning, or unconsciously. Everyone lives kind of unconsciously, and try to live by our true nature, which is wisdom and compassion. 우리가 실상을 모르기 때문에 이제 자신에 대한 자신이 무엇인지 누군지 이제 모르고, 실상을 모르기 때문에 이제 자기를 집착하는 거예요. 자기를 잘못 알고 있고 자기를 집착해서 이제 자신에 대한 강박, 집착이 있는 거예요. 모든 사람은 이제 자신에 대한 이 엄청난 강박이 있는 거예요. 걱정, 뭐 근심, 바람, 이게 자신에 대한 거예요. 근데 그게 이제 계속 우리 머릿속에 계속 하루 종일 매일매일, 그게 이제 우리의 주 관심사가 되는 거예요. 그 자기 집착은 생각하는 마음으로 아니면 생각으로 이렇게 현현한다는 거예요. 그래서 생각하는 마음으로부터 이제 자유로워지고 우리의 참본성으로 사는 거. 두 가지 살 수 있는 방법이 있어요. 하나는 이제 습관적으로 업으로 사는 거. 이제 대부분 사람들은 그렇게 살고 있죠. 대부분 사람들은 업으로부터 자유롭지 못해요. 그리고 업이라고 하면 바로 생각하는 마음을 의미하는 거예요. 생각하는 마음이 대부분 사람들은 이렇게 대부분 사람들의 삶을 지배하고 있어요. 그래서 사람들은 자유롭지 못하고 자기 머리의 감옥에 이렇게 갇혀 살고 있다는 거예요. 그래서 명상은 이 생각하는 마음으로부터 자유로워지고 그리고 참 본성으로 사는 거예요. 참 본성으로 산다는 것은 지혜와 자비로 산다는 거예요. The title of the book is Stillness Speaks, which means it's about stillness. Stillness. And stillness is becoming accustomed to stillness or recognizing stillness and becoming accustomed to stillness is meditation because our true nature, which is wisdom and compassion and love, is found within stillness. Is found within stillness, not in our thoughts. Not in our thoughts. To transcend the thoughts, or you could say be free from the thoughts, then we can meet stillness. We can experience stillness. And this book kind of gives you insights or reveals the stillness within, which is our true nature. 그러니까 명상은 고요함과 익숙해지는 거, 고요함을 경험하는 거라고 할 수 있어요. 왜냐하면 우리의 참 본성은 고요함 속에 있기 때문에 자비와 사랑, 평화, 지혜는 고요함 속에 있기 때문입니다. So this stillness, it's like an energy. Stillness is an energy. It's it's pure energy. The energy actually of everything. Stillness. You could say love. Love and stillness. Love and stillness basically refers to the same thing. Everything we want is found within stillness. Love and peace and freedom and fulfillment, happiness is found within stillness. And stillness is very nurturing. It is very calming. It is very freeing. And it heals us. It heals the wounds. Stillness is kind of what we need most, is stillness. 고요함은 어쩌면 우리가 가장 필요한 게 고요함입니다. 뭐냐면 고요함은 굉장히 치유적이고 굉장히 자유롭게 하고 이렇게 편안하게 하고 평화롭게 하고 또 충만하게 하고 이렇게 하게 한다는 자체도 조금 틀린 표현이죠. 왜냐하면 이미 우리는 고요하고 충만하고 평화롭고 그런데 이제 그 이미 있는 무한한 평화, 무한한 사랑, 무한한 충만함 이런 뭐 이렇게 드러나게 할 뿐이죠. So it's almost not correct to say that stillness is nurturing because or stillness heals because we actually don't need to be healed and we don't actually have any wounds because our true nature is perfect. We are always perfect. We have always been whole and we cannot be wounded or hurt or stained. So it's almost not correct to say stillness nurtures. It's more correct to say we connect with the stillness, and the stillness we connect with the love that always exists or that already exists. However, on a relative level, we do have suffering and we do have wounds, and so it kind of heals the illusion of suffering or the illusion of pain, illusion of the wound. 궁극적으로는 이제 상처가 없고 근데 이제 상대적으로는 상처가 있죠. 그리고 근데 이제 이런 상처도 환영이에요. 그래서 고요함은 그런 상처의 환영을 이렇게 복해주는 거라고 할 수 있죠.